be up there standing next to my gas truck that's full of gas, dropping gas that is highly explosive, highly flammable. Mm-hmm. Hey, gas man, you got a light on you?
Yep. I just try to bring all the ingredients for a bomb just in case. Mm-hmm. Just in case. Including myself.
Like, come on now, but it's like, I'm just saying, people like, that's the only reason that toilet paper is coming back on the shelf, because y'all are spending money on other things, you know what I'm saying? Well, the blacks and the white y'alls, you know what I'm saying? And I can't tell y'all what y'all is, but if you know, you know. Mm-hmm. It's,
you from the group home.
You know who y'all is.
Yeah. If you from the group home, if you from the group home or the basement, I'm gonna call them Portsmouth the basement. Cause you know what I'm saying.
Why the basement?
Those are the y'alls that are just like you know.
So what would Newport News be then?
The attic. So
we got the attic
and the basement. You know, because those are two places that you really don't want to go. Yep. Now you see, the thing is, Newport News is a little bit more dangerous than Portsmouth in some cases. That's why I give it the basement, because you're more willing to go in the basement than the attic. Nobody likes going in the attic. Right. You know, it's just highly uncomfortable, and you don't know what you're going to get when you go in the attic. So it's like, so Newport News the attic, you know what I'm saying? Portsmouth the basement, you know what I'm saying? JB's the garage.
They live on a number street. You're probably young.
Man, listen, boy, if you live on a number street, I pray the blessings of Jehovah will be with you and upon you at all times. And if you live on the number streets in any of these cities, Newport News, Portsmouth, or Norfolk, I'm gonna have to hit you with the Hunger Games. May the odds forever be in your favor, because your district, baby, is dangerous.
I'll volunteer as a tribute. All right.
Yeah, all right.
I'll see you.
Definitely wouldn't want to be.
But on that note, welcome back to Film Nuts.
Yeah.
It's been a while. You know.
What, about like 2 weeks?
About 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. You know, considering what's been going on.
Yeah.
Social distancing.
Yeah.
Strange.
You see, I'm glad I learned something about social distancing, because I can practice that with James all the time. Keep your monkey ass right over there.
How are you going to talk to the man?
Talk to who?
Talk to who?
What, you mean, what, James? Uh-huh. James not a man, that's my cousin. It's different.
Right.
It's different.
Well, I'm thinking about you.
I don't get that.
And that's just fine, because I've been socially distancing myself from you too.
That's fine.
Oh, so everybody socially distant.
You know, but social media and Mr. Distancing, you know, it's social media a little bit there, and big the social media.
Big dove.
Shut the hell up there. I ain't talking to the microphone in a minute, you know what I mean? You gotta get all these. Make sure
No, I don't think that's
Well, before we get started, man, we gotta start off on the right shots.
Yeah. One shot. Hopefully this is one of our potential future sponsors. This is Skull Rock. It's a potato-based rock, I think. Ooh. Ain't too bad.
No.
Very smooth.
Very smooth. Almost shocking, you see. That's what happens. You see, you get that deceptively smooth stuff, and you be deceptively on your ass within a couple of minutes.
And like, even though I make it a point not to drink vodka like that, but
yeah, I just want you to try it,
Partake.
Right, I haven't drunk pop like that since my old college days.
You see, now when James said his old college days and he says vodka, let me inform y'all a little secret. He ain't really talking about vodka. He's talking about aristocrat. Now, I know most of y'all are probably saying that aristocrat is vodka. No. Aristocrat is aristocrat. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got top shelf, you got bottom shelf, and you got goddamn. You got graveyard. You know what I'm saying? That's that necromancy-ish. You got to go dig that up. You know what I'm saying? You got to go rob a grave for aristocrat, baby. Oh, boy. I'm telling you.
I don't think I've ever had aristocrat.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah.
You don't want to. I mean, I can't say no.
I mean, you could, but
I mean, I ain't gonna say that. Almost got in trouble right there. Almost got in trouble.
Trouble is your first, middle, and last name.
It's an odd combination of names, man.
Trouble. But today's episode, we be talking about, well, not talking about, reviewing the movie Minority Report.
Minority Report.
You know.
And for y'all that might be as deceived as I was, so Minority Report isn't actually a report of minorities.
Yeah, well, we can clarify that for sure.
It was very few of minorities in the reported movie. So
in fact, it was only one.
It was only one. It was only one. So the minorities really were the minorities in Minority Report. So we want to put that out there.
Well, the movie came out back in 2002, and I honestly didn't realize that it was directed by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, we were all surprised when we saw that. I didn't realize that either.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, okay, Steven. But the movie stars Tom Cruise, Colin Farrell, Samantha Morton, Max von Sydow.
Yeah.
Right, hit him with the yep.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it.
That sounds about right.
That's kind of way off. That's it. That is it.
And of course, it's a science fiction, action, drama, crime movie.
Mm-hmm. I'm Samantha Morton, female. What they call them?
Oracles?
No, precogs.
Yeah, precogs. Yeah. But the movie is pretty much about, it takes place in the year 2054, where...
That ain't that long.
From where we at.
It'd be alive.
That quick, they should have mapped.
You see, now you want me to take my shoes off. And you know I got them bad toes. And I ain't got no flexibility. I had to hit their hood on that.
Tom was born in 2020. In 2054. If Tom was born.
That's black folk. I'm going to ask you this question. A little bit more aggressive.
So you know all the words to the Migos song, but you can't.
Yeah, that's oh God. Oh God, that's right.
But it takes place in 2054 in DC, where they were doing a 6-year, I guess, trial period on this new system of crime fighting, where these three gifted individuals known as the precogs can accurately predict murder and only murder. You know? So Tom Cruise's character, John, he's the chief of pre-crime, and it pretty much follows several events where he comes up as comes up as a future murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Suspect.
Well, yes. So the way that the precogs work is they have what they think are dreams or nightmares, and they found a system to kind of make it so that they can kind of cast their dreams on the screen, and then that generates a victim and a murderer. And it's this precogs department's job to find the murderer and stop them before they commit the crime that has been premonition to happen.
And there's pretty much two types of murder. You have your murder of passion and your premeditated murder. Which premeditated it allows you some time to figure out when it's gonna happen, whereas murder of passion is usually
right now.
It could be any minute now.
Mm-hmm.
Better hurry the hell up.
So pretty much he comes up in his name comes up, and he the whole time movie he's trying to kind of beat the system and in order to prove his innocence. Well, I guess you can say innocence.
Well, he used to be his innocence because he doesn't know this man, and of course, as a law enforcement, he couldn't foresee himself killing anyone.
Yeah, and there's a lot of twists and turns as we find out he is actually set up by his mentor. I forget his name.
Director Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar Burgess. This is actually a funny name for a white guy.
We thought the same thing. We were watching like,
Lamar.
Because you don't see too many. You don't see too many. You know what I'm saying?
Many.
Yeah, you don't see too many Manila colored Lamar. You know what
what color is it?
Manila, like the folders, the Manila folders.
I have never met. I have never in my life met a white person named Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar. Yeah, we
I met Leroy. We met a Leroy.
We did meet a Leroy, and it was literally Leroy.
Yeah. Wow.
Country boy working for AutoZone at the time.
Yeah, shout out Leroy
We
AutoZone.
appreciate you. It was helpful, and we're just stunned by your name.
Yeah. So, how do y'all feel about the movie?
Well, it's a favorite of mine. I didn't realize how old it was. Like when I saw it 2002, I'm like, sheesh, that's 18 years ago. But I feel like it wasn't that long when I saw it. It is funny that it considers itself, kind of the setting is so close to where we are, and the technology they have access to. I don't feel like we're 30 years away from it, but I don't know. In 2007, I wouldn't have thought, phones would be your right hand man like it is now. That's when the year the iPhone was invented.
Right now.
But that being said, I like the movie. I like the way it plays. It stood out enough without me remembering the entire plot line for me to want to see it again. And having seen it, you really just follow this journey, like, where you stand with your morals and how you feel about things, and, the things that they have incorporated in technology into our normal lives in this film. It does make you wonder, is that really in our future, where we can be instantly recognized by our retinas, and that would be a black market trade, and, can you really prevent crimes by knowing that they're going to happen? Yeah. Or in this case, just murders, not crimes in general. How about you, sir?
I thought it was interesting. That it's called Minority Report. And you only had one day in minority.
Two. The receptionist is black.
Oh, so you had, you had two minorities in the whole damn movie.
Speaking of which, for those who may not know, she was on the Wayne show.
Yeah, she was on Wayne Brothers, and plus that was Craig's mama in Friday. And that's one that slapped Willie.
Anna Maria Harsford, you're referring to, and the other black male detective. I know him as the husband for in that Tyler Perry movie where her husband.
Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Diary of a Mad Black Woman. And this is Steve Harris that we're referring to. Just before that gets too far on the Minority Report, that does come from, so they have files, they keep a recording of all these precogs vision. And there's 3 precogs that contribute to the vision. And if at any point one of them disagrees, it's also reported. These reports where the female doesn't agree or doesn't project anything, those reports are called those instances where things might not be as clear as they are, and essentially would be holes in their system that they're trying to convince is, pretty much full.
And these reports is what Tom Cruise's character is trying to find. Which in the end he finds out that there is none for his case.
Minority Report. Only had 2 minorities in the whole damn movie. But I guess you can consider 3. The eyeballs that he got, some Asian eyeballs?
Yes, they're
when he walked to my man. So okay, let's get ahead. So the rough analysis from your boy Big Dev. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep the group home all day, every day.
Lord have mercy.
So you got a white boy who's on the wrong side of the law, which is very entertaining because you don't see that too much. And he's on the wrong side of the law because you got three people, one girl and two boys. They brothers and sisters that predict the future on balls, right? Because it was like. So
what?
On balls.
On balls.
Because little balls, they roll down little tubes and they carve out who the suspect and the victim is. I find it entertaining because they look like Vienna sausages in the water.
They don't look like Vienna sausages.
The white folk look like Vienna sausages in the water.
Somebody get this man. The people
and you shaking your head because you can see it. You can see it. Them jokers.
Only you.
What?
See that.
You can see them like Oscar Mayer hot dogs that just been left in the water, just floating, and then the water getting that starchy color. Y'all know what I'm talking about because y'all eating them struggle foods right now with this coronavirus going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the future's told about them, which I think is kind of cool, right? You can see all murders happen. So for us from the group home that don't murder, that means while they trying to foresee all the murders happening in the group home, North Virginia stand up. That means the boosters and the bootleggers and the DVD man and the mixtape man. Y'all could just run them up because they just gonna be too busy trying to stop murder. Yeah, murders before they happen. And they see it. They see this thing happening, but then she's trying to say, "Do you see it?" The interesting thing, kind of skipping forward to like the middle of the story, what you would think is the end. He sees himself in the situation. Everything that they predict is accurate. All the signs that they predict is accurate. And the man that he is supposed to end up killing does die, but it's like a variation of his death. They show a variation of his death because he did not kill him because he was set up. It was set up, and what they were trying to do, and the setup confused me. I'm gonna get to that. Tom Cruise character lost his son. His son was stolen, kidnapped, abducted from a pool.
Which no one saw
at all. No, you don't see nothing at all. So this whole movie is like he's a great chief of police, or pre-crime, but he's a heartbroken father that's popping Molly's and Percocets.
Yeah, they do touch on the drugs.
Yeah, he's sipping lean. Well,
he's got these little puff packs.
Yeah. I guess he's puffing actually. Yeah. So he's puffing whatever. So
whatever it is.
So puffing and popping and shit. So puffing and popping. So he's addicted. So he got his addiction so that to help him, he's paying. So the reason he wants to kill, the reason in the future he's going to kill Homeboy. Homeboy has a picture of his son. So he thinks that this man was the one that abducted his son and either sold him into whatever or killed him for whatever reason. And for the most part, if my child has been missing for some years and you got pictures, it ain't gonna be too much that can save you from this ass work.
Right.
It's like there's a lot of laws that you probably, and there's a lot of charges that you will probably catch. But I can guarantee two things that you're going to catch. These hands and this ass whooping. I can guarantee you're going to catch them two. Guarantee you. Or your money back guarantee. But he starts to piece and put things together. And things start to slow down and pause. And the man takes his life because the man takes his own life because his family is in jeopardy. So then that's when the whole setup
starts to unfold.
The thing I did not understand about the setup, right? We will have to get to the end of the book. So the story continues. He's still on the run. He uses the precog.
Female precog.
The female precog because she's the strongest out of the three. which makes sense because she's a woman. You know what I mean? But he uses her, excuse me, to as like kind of like his access point, his way to figuring out all this great stuff, and they actually end up catching him. They put him to sleep because that's what they do nowadays. They put the Joker to sleep, and his wife shows her gangster side. Pops him out, breaks him out of jail. They confront the big man, Dominus, and he ends up blowing his own brains out.
What was that last
His Dominus. So it's like, and he ends up blowing himself away. So that's pretty much the movie in a nutshell. So that we can get the overview. Because to break it down, because it's a good movie. I feel like it's a really good movie. Way better than Titanic. Way better than It Comes at Night.
Ladies, once again, the vendetta against Titanic.
Titanic got one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my damn life. One of the worst. But anyway, so the vendetta that I have is okay. So, or what I'm trying to understand. Why did Homegirl, when he went to the lady that created the system, why she kiss him in the mouth? That was nasty. Grandma didn't have to kiss that man in the mouth like that.
She wanted his life.
She wanted all the cakes and all the goodies. You know what I'm saying? So that was nasty. But the thing I didn't understand. Okay, so they show because the old man, the mentor, right? The mentor killed the precogs' parents.
Right.
The mother.
The mother, yeah.
Because the precogs were products of tested scientific sex experiments and drugs.
Yes, they were a product of testing.
They were a product of testing.
Well, byproduct.
A byproduct, excuse me, a byproduct. So the mother wanted to see her daughter. Mm-hmm. So the mentor told the mother that she could see the daughter. Mm-hmm. The mentor murders the mom. It is foreseen in the future, or it's foreseen that this happened. Mm-hmm. And so he mimics the murder. Mm-hmm. And he makes it.
He hires someone to go kill her.
Right.
But he stopped.
Right.
Of course, because they're going to see it.
They're going to see the pre.
Right. So that's how that has to work and set out. So something has to happen, then it has to stop. Right. So then it's like, so how did we get the ripple effect with Tom Cruise's character killing the guy?
Yeah. So like that was I think one of the issues that I had of the whole thing. The fact of, okay, like, people see you commit a murder.
Right.
Now, Tom Cruise never met this guy before.
Right.
And the only reason why he met this guy is because he's seen that he's going to kill him.
Right.
So how can he see him killing someone that he never knew exists
at all?
So they do explain this process. So what happened, okay, so the way that the original guy, the mentor, gets away is he's there to witness when the precogs make the murder. He even puts in place a dollar. This is his fake. That's who they arrest. That's who they stop. Mom is saved. So in their mind, crime has been prevented, which is the intention. But because he's privy to the knowledge of what it would look like, he can still get away with it. So when that image was generated of him actually killing him, like he's dressed in the gag thing, they talk about it, how the technician would just dismiss it as a ripple, like a new vision.
Right.
Because that happens, they can relive. So that kind of dismissed that. So they saw him killing the actual, but because it looked very similar to what they prevented from happening, that's how we get away with it.
And I get that.
So then when it comes to Tom Cruise's character, that was set in motion beforehand. When the department was being under review, the top dude who should have been retiring, he saw a threat, and he figured the best way to ensure that it was to incriminate someone. He created a motive for him because he's a right upstanding, so he knew he was going to pursue the truth. So the murder that was seen was because the intention for Tom Cruise to see the various pictures on the bed of this guy And then all of a sudden he goes from, I don't know you, but now I have a reason to. And that guy was also set up to say whatever it needed to convince that story. He has a kid, he's dead and gone. He even mentions, like, when Tom Cruise's character asked, where's his son? He was like, I bought him a pretzel, and then I disposed of his body in a barrel. And he's like, why would you do that? You know, what he told me to do. Or what he told me to say. So this older guy having had a close relationship to Tom Cruise's character, he was like, I just needed a motivation because he knew how, like, upset and distraught he was about his son. He knew that would be the only way he could guarantee that, and that if they stopped him, then the program was sound, even though he was aware that there was an inconsistency. Couldn't risk the program not going to public or in this case, just national. And because that's like his pride work.
Right, but the only issue with that is, like, Tom Cruise, like, the only way Tom Cruise can go down that rabbit hole to investigate if he knew to investigate, you know.
Right.
But they saw him murder someone that he had no intentions on murdering, you know. You're before he gets to the room, or even think about, okay, you know, there's this guy, I'll forget his name, but John Doe, he has connections to my son. He sees himself killing this guy before, like, he even gets that knowledge,
right,
you know, of his son.
Remember, the first crime that we see them is the older guy who had an idea that his wife might have been cheating. But he didn't premeditate. Like, he killed her with the scissors that just happened to be on the table. And remember that the two types of murders that they generate are crime of passion, premeditated. Premeditated, you're going to see it, you know, all the way down, while crime of passion will be, you know, closer to when it's happened. Mm-hmm. So I think they were banking on the fact that this would have been a crime of passion because he wouldn't have had any kill. There's no reason to premeditate that, but there was enough to generate that emotional. I think that's it.
But the only thing is, like, they saw it as a premeditated. It wasn't crime of passion.
Oh, it was a red ball.
It was a red ball.
Not when he goes to kill the guy. It was a regular ball.
No, it was a regular. He was right. It was a regular ball. That was right. So and so that's what had threw me off because it's like, okay, I understand why it was premeditated as the viewer because you understand that, you know what I'm saying, the old geezer set it up. Mm-hmm. But the vision showed nothing about the old man.
Well, yeah.
And that was the part of the story that kind of like threw me off. It's like, other than that, I feel like the story really did play out well. Mm-hmm. I feel like it had enough. It started off slow. Mm-hmm. That damn show's ready to wrap it up. Because okay, you stop one person from killing with scissors, everything seems happy-go-lucky. The man got a little bit, you know, he's not on the hard stuff, you know what I'm saying? He just smoke a little prepackaged, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever that is.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Vaporized weed, you know what I'm saying? Just so you don't get him through.
Vaporized.
That's what I'm guessing that it was. You know? So you got this hot shot. What? He's like a state investigator.
Yeah.
He's
Colin Farrell.
Yeah. So Colin Farrell's character, I believe, is federal.
Oh yeah, federal. So you got this hotshot federal agent trying to, you know what I'm saying, figure out the holes, and that, you know, pushes the envelope or pushes the issue of the system really working and how well does it work. Because the concept is brilliant. Be able to use specially gifted people to solve crime. Murder specific. Mm-hmm. The thing is, it's like the movie eventually illustrates. You have choices, and it shows that you don't see everything in full.
Right.
Because at the end, when the old man, air quote, shoots himself, it looks like he's going to shoot Tom Cruise's character from what their vision is. Mm-hmm. So it gives you a reality, it gives you a vision, because you really can't predict what somebody's going to choose until
and make that choice. And see, that was what Agatha, the female precog, was trying to illustrate to Tom Cruise. Is like, when it comes to these minority reports, there is no like alternative if that's foreseen. But that's because most people don't know their future; they just go into it. And with him having knowledge that this could go away, he made the choice. He in the moment he ended up actually making the arrest because getting to the bottom of it before he was concerned with getting revenge in that moment, which is admirable in its own right. But I feel like that was kind of like the underlying thing is like this system isn't perfect. It's helpful to a degree, but it's not perfect, and it's not. I guess it's not stable enough to be validated as a go-to system.
Right.
And the guy who created, which is this this top dude, who's like he feared losing that solidarity more than all the people that he ended up hurting. I do find it interesting that they found this amongst, I believe it was the children of drug addicts. That's why they felt like they were dismissible. That's why he felt like it was fine that nobody would ever touch his precious precogs, and that's why he killed the mom. But she got herself together. She wanted her baby back.
Well, I think that notion is very true to the society we live in.
Mm-hmm.
Is like certain acts make you discardable all the time. It's like if James over here just went, Tony Montana into a face, and went face first into a kilo of cocaine.
Wow.
It's just he's just going to be, James that rides the white horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like
just James that rides the white horse.
That's going to be, and you're going to write him off. But there again, though, is like, and even if he changes, he's still going to have that stigma. I was like, well, you're going to go back. You ain't going to pull yourself together.
Right.
And nothing good can come of you, depending on where you're from. And that's the society that we live in. You kind of get written off based off of bad notions.
Yeah, I found it curious. It's like, I get that they saw it like, okay, this mom is dismissible, these children are dismissible, nobody's worried about them. But I did think, like, what was the end game? It's like these people are just sitting in water. They're held, alive at like the basic nourishment, via like IVs and stuff like that. It's like they're gonna get older. They're gonna, eventually die. The system isn't perfect, and if you keep them in that bubble, they can't procreate to possibly extend this genetic gift or whatever.
But I think that's the game. I feel like that's what our society does. They'll break humanitarian rules to prove something.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you can prove that it's successful, you can get enough people behind it, it's like F the rules. Because we've seen that it works. And we've seen that it can make money. We can get credits, you know what I'm saying? We can get and that's what it was all about.
You all right over there?
That's what it was all about. That's what it wasn't about stopping crime. It was about having your name on something and being able to get like a fat payday.
Yeah, off of something innovative.
Because honestly, I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't. If I could like continue to move, like do Minority Report, the time period after, if I could do the movie, I'd have had the Van Sausage people still doing their thing, right? Only difference is Van Sausage people.
Big cop.
Yeah, tomato ketchup sauce, same thing.
Yep.
It was but what I would have did. Okay, you see what happened. We're gonna stop what potentially could happen, and we're gonna have a sit down conversation. Because me personally, the dude that was gonna kill the wife with the scissors, I feel like they should have arrested her.
Yeah.
They should have arrested her, and as Mr. Tony would call him, sport coat. You know what I'm saying, my man?
AKA the side piece.
AKA the side piece. That's who they should have been arrested. Because if sport coat one had slid into her DMs, you know what I'm saying?
Which was kind of like, that was the most obvious side. Well, like that was the most,
Non-discreet?
Yeah, like he took a camp out in front of the house.
Like, he was just like posted up, like, I'm gonna just watch the
Because
show.
you see, because they knew Poindexter. Poindexter was gonna go to work. He's gonna take his little bag lunch. At lunch, he was gonna break out his little cheese sandwich with the corners
But he could be making it seem like, I'm just, here with my kid in the playground.
Sparko ain't had time for that. He was trying to get to. Okay, during Thanksgiving, you answer me this question. During Thanksgiving, James, once they finish cooking and they break out the food, do you circle around and wait and all the other great stuff, or do you just dive in?
I dive in.
Exactly. So she was Thanksgiving,
but you're cheating.
Right.
You need to think, okay, if you're gonna wait cross the street, across from the house, just hey, what's up? Hey, go and leave. I'm just gonna,
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. It wasn't the smoothest stuff.
Yeah, he looked obvious.
But I do agree with that too. It's just like they wasn't worried about, like, even if, like, obviously in that moment he was like, wait a minute, I seen him outside. You know what I'm saying? Even with that being said, until he snapped, they didn't think nothing of it. Even sis was like, what, are you crying now? Like, sis, he just caught you in bed with somebody else and you frying him like you ain't in the wrong.
Yeah, and you not worried about pointing that.
He was not worried.
But then he come back in the house and said, wait a second, I seen this guy before.
Right, and he put two. He pointed at you. He was on game a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he could have waited a lot. Like, I was like, okay, he goes to work at 8 o'clock.
I saw him about 8:30.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide by 8:05 or 8:10.
I didn't give him 30 minutes because you give him 30 minutes. In sport coach, if Poindexter would have forgot something at the crib, each time he come back. You see what I'm saying? If he would 30 minutes, that's all you gotta do. Give it 30 minutes.
Social Media America, Dev is supposedly supporting the Black Men Don't Cheat campaign, yet here he is giving
because he's a white folk. These are white folk. So these ain't they ain't black. They ain't black. So I don't want to hear it. So back to what I was saying.
So white people don't know how to cheat.
Huh? Man, look, boy, you see, you trying to get me kicked off social media, man. Hey, look, my Caucasian brother is a sister. Y'all do better.
Y'all gotta do better.
Y'all can finesse when it comes to taking the country. Y'all can finesse when it comes to taking the corporate money, the taxpayers' dollars and everything like that. And if you getting offended and you broke, if you getting offended and you make anything less than let's say $300,000, you're part of the problem because you don't know that you're not rich enough to be a threat. You broke. You one of us. It's like just there's cookies and punch in the back. Just join the club, sit down, and just enjoy the ride. Hold on, because it get a little bit scary. But it's y'all don't got some of the best representation. And we just gonna leave it like that.
It's not your president.
Boy, man. Vitamin C in office, man. Vitamin C, baby.
That icy orange lava.
Icy!
Where is the lava?
I'm gonna have some time, baby. That kick with glass. Hashtag President Time. This is gonna be a thing. This is gonna be a thing. Boy, if this broadcast gets shut down, you know Big Brother heard this and like, hey, we don't like that.
Presidente, like an orange.
Yeah, President Time. You know what I'm saying? That's representation. But
orangutan,
Yeah,
Orangutan.
President A-Tang. What does the A stand for? Orangutan.
It's not. What?
What? But I feel like I love what Steven Spielberg did because it's a great concept. It's a great concept because it's like technology is supposed to be the help, right? The help. You know what I mean? But I do feel like when you develop a dependency, a strict dependency, facts. When you and the cinemas have been telling us don't depend on technology because the best technology is the people that create it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like because once you just leave it up to the what is seen, you're bound to F up.
Right.
You gotta understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? Because then again, It's like they saw the premonitions, and the premonitions were accurate to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
It did not fill in all the blanks.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's still a lot of assuming that you had to do. And it's like, you know what those sayings, like, when you assume you make an ass out of you and me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, they was about to make an ass of my man Tom Cruise. My man Tom Cruise, he went through it, man.
Yeah, he did.
You know, my man outran the law. He bought eyeballs on the black market.
Mm-hmm.
He was smart now, you know.
He was.
The black market eyeball seller man, the one that installed his new eyeball.
Installed.
They did him dirty with the sandwich and
Oh my God.
They did him dirty with the sandwich and the
So
sport
like,
milk.
why wouldn't you take the spoiled stuff out?
Man,
They blind. He's depending on being tap. All right, that's it. I felt bad because he would perfectly miss it too. So what we're referring to people is, so in the year 2054, everybody's identified by their eyes. You know, scanners everywhere. And so for Tom Cruise to get close to the station to find the source of this, you know, minority report, this blip, he had to go on the black market and get new eyeballs. It's a thing now. Okay, so he did that. The man knew that he had to keep his eyes bandaged for 12 hours. But he said, hey, if you get hungry, there's food in the refrigerator. Just pull the string and it'll guide you over there. And you go in. There's a sandwich and a thing of milk. Well, I guess this isn't his first client. So he got a spoiled sandwich and spoiled milk on the same shelves as the fresh milk and fresh sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And he's blind, so he just reads, tap, starts eating, throws up. It is gross.
It is
So you
terrible.
ask the raw milk, you ask the spoiled milk. You fix the spoiled milk.
Yeah. It's awful.
This is where my Caucasian America got to pay the piper, because y'all drink milk like it's just a thing to drink. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, who drinks milk with a meal? It's like in the black home, milk is for cereal.
That part.
And chocolate milk.
And you know what I'm saying? It's like
Cocoa.
white milk just ain't just used for itself. It's used as, you know.
Eggs.
When we used to do cow's milk, I could put it in the mac and cheese.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's an add-on. It's not like it's not the highlight. It's not the star of the show.
Well, I mean, be honest, every now and then I think do that milk.
It's okay.
Every now and then.
When I was pregnant, I was addicted to whole milk. But now I can't even tell you last time I had cow's milk, other than if it's already
shout out to
processed.
almond milk.
Yeah, we drink almond milk,
Shout out to vanilla.
and my son drinks oat milk. I can't drink. But yeah, that was maybe not the most milk choice, because that was like half a pint that he had there of milk to wash down his sandwich. That was a lot of milk.
And the little robots, the ones that scan the eyeballs. So look right.
Spiders.
So my man was locked down with the thing, and he couldn't unwrap his eyes so he go black. So somehow the law did a scan of the building. So what they do is send these little spiders, these little robotic spiders, that scan the eyeball, identify who you are, to make sure you ain't who they're looking for. So they do a thermal scan to identify how many bodies are inside, the building. The thermal scan says that my man Tom Cruise is in the thing. So he's smart enough to know that. So then he makes a bathtub of cold water and just jumps in it.
Even though I was wondering where did you find the ice from?
Man, especially if you can find ice, but you couldn't find the good milk or the good sandwich, right?
Yeah, I
So,
felt for him on that, but the ice came from the cooler that actually.
the other eyeball.
Yeah, when he was on the counter. Well, he had other eyeballs in it. His eyeballs.
Yeah, his eyeball.
He
Yeah.
has to keep them. And he told him it was in the cooler. So when he did his little kitchen shuffle, he made the dash on over to the bathroom.
Yeah.
One of them robots. My thing is, though, the robots heard one bubble.
Right. Like, I'm not sure how they're hearing at all, but there's some.
Yeah, so my man jumped in the bathtub of ice to hide his body signature, right? So now he's holding his breath for a minute now. So the robots are looking around and they don't see nothing because they only look for heat. So Tom Cruise let out one small bubble, and the bubble comes to the top and pops. And that's enough for these robots to turn back around and look at that water and give it A little zap.
So, why would you zap the water?
Why would you zap the water?
Because they figured someone would hide it in the water.
Man, listen, that is
something. They're not in the first place.
Right.
You did what I'm saying? They just zap the water, see if something was. Man, I was like, but.
They kept zapping it though.
Yeah, they kept zapping until the man came out.
Disrespectful.
He had to unbandage his eyes so they can do a quick scan.
His eyes passed.
And his eyes passed. Mr. Hamatachi or something.
New eyes, who this?
Yeah. Yeah, but babe, what? Gucci store. And it was like, hey, was that blouse good for you? I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that's trippy. And so just a cool side technology, once they scan you, just like if you have like a membership somewhere, now they call you by your name. Oh, thank you, Ms. Christina, for your service, blah, blah, blah. Well, this thing can scan you so they can remember your last purchase. How did that pair of jeans work for you last time or whatever?
Like, it actually reminds me of Facebook, Google. Like whenever you look up something, you all going, oh.
Just advertising.
Yeah, advertising on something you were just looking at, you know.
All linked.
With that being said, if you watch nasty stuff on your phone, you're going to get all them friend requests from them unreal people.
Mm-hmm.
And
they got all of 2 followers and been active for a week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
I guess you speak from experience.
Man, listen, look, right, what me and my phone do ain't none of your damn business. Me and my phone got something going on.
I mean, I'm not judging you.
He is. He's judging.
A whole lot of judgment coming from.
I mean, I get those requests too. You know?
And you click on the page, let me just see how foolish this is.
Yeah.
And it's like, want to see me have hot horny sex? Click.
Yeah.
No, but it's usually like some broken English. Do you want to sex today?
Yeah, it's like.
Do I what?
First of all, yes.
but how? Is this going to be more than $40? It's more than $40. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
Is this a test?
It's just a test. I mean, you know, I like the segment of the movie when they went into the man's shop where he made all your fantasies.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That was dope. It was like they went into this place where
I want to kill my boss.
Yeah, you can create any fantasy that you.
Yeah, so he had to pretend like he doesn't provide those kind of services, but basically taps into your cognitive desires and creates a virtual world, which I feel like we are closer to happening with VR gaming. All he needs is a few more tweaks, and it's like that one episode of Black Mirror.
Oh my god! You seen that episode? Video game episode?
It's called Fighting Vipers or Striking Vipers.
I haven't seen that.
So Striking Vipers. I guess we watched Batman. I think we watched the whole thing and walking back. But so it's these 2 black men who get like this new video game where you can virtually be like video game character. But for whatever reason,
and you can feel
the pain, just whatever else is going on. For whatever reason, they're it's a feature.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not too far from that.
They like it.
They like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it raises a lot of questions. That's not for us to discuss today.
Yeah.
Just the future of VR technology. Watch out. What do we need to go outside for? Or Ready Player One. That's kind of an extension of virtual reality.
But yeah, like, now for me, like, I thought, like, I enjoyed the movie. Like, I love the concept, the whole stopping murders before it happened. I honestly felt like I feel like this wasn't one of Steven Spielberg's best.
I can do that.
It was some little plot holes, he may have to overlook, like the whole how they come up as a suspect when he really wasn't the suspect. It would have been old man. Yeah, like especially you think about like he doesn't know the guy to think about killing him. You know,
I do wonder because like it doesn't really explain like how far back they account for the premeditated. they show like the guy being outside and then him being in the room with the wife. But like with Tom Cruise's character, I mean, they show him like identifying the building. It shows him remembering the old lady in the lobby, which isn't really relative to the murder. It seems like only the stuff that's relative to the murder would be recalled, but not how it registered.
You got that same look that a lot of these people that spend that stimulus money go ahead and do.
Yeah,
I thought it was $1,200.
No, I'm looking like it was just on two balls now. Yeah.
That's what look battery. Dollar Tree battery.
So
I guess I gotta go home and charge all
Ready Player
batteries.
One was a Spielberg movie?
Huh?
Ready Player One was a Spielberg movie? I was just
Yes.
thinking, like, I know a lot of Spielberg, like, I knew about Jurassic Park, knew about E.T. Didn't realize that Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I did.
Apparently he loves Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know. Ready Player One was his.
The Color Purple?
It is. Well, he produced it. Well, he probably produced it. I don't think he directed it.
So what you got to say about Mr. Spielberg? You trying to say because since he's a Manila colored y'all, he can't direct.
He's a
Manila colored y'all. He can't direct a movie that is based on black folk in the. Oh, I did.
It must have been like he's on the project, but not.
Mr. Spielberg, I appreciate your work. You can cut the check any day of the week. Just cut the check, man. Cut the check.
Standing through. You got a lot of great.
Okay, I was just director. He did direct the Color.
Directors.
I didn't know that. You know.
They got an NAACP.
Why you got my second uncle?
My bad.
Steven Spielberg.
It just didn't seem like a movie that he would.
Yeah.
So why doesn't it seem like it's a movie that he would direct, James?
Because he tends to do action films.
Action and sci-fi.
Yeah.
No, y'all just trying to say, since my second uncle is white, that he can't get to his roots.
Right.
You understand where the origins of Earth came from?
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, like
Cut to Steven Spielberg.
Yeah. Slide in, didn't fit in on that.
Same as Pug.
but what I say. But yeah, like the other thing, I was like, it didn't ruin the movie for me. But I mean, it made me kind of chuckle a little bit. Doing his chasing the Confederate and how they was fighting, and they landed in the car as being built.
Yeah, Lexus.
And how you see Chip he marches on.
And he just misses the whole body.
Yes, he misses the whole body.
Yeah, still never.
That man didn't have Nate tearing his t-shirt.
I don't understand that. Like,
he gonna pop up.
because in my head, he would have rolled out of the way in this tight, tiny car.
And it's full of gas.
And what?
It was full of
It was ready to
gas.
go. There might be the technology too, but nevertheless, it does make you pause and be like, how did he just pop up? Like, what's up there?
Yeah, didn't drive away. Like, I didn't know cars was ready to go.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
No keys, just ride off on them.
No keys, no gas. Just
Just go.
Man, just
Yeah, it's clear. It's a funny thing when it comes to movies. And like I said, because we kind of critique them more, that I find myself watching them differently. But it's amazing how much logic we would just be like, yeah, I'll just bypass that.
Yeah.
You and I, the episode we were watching where so this guy had to fight to the death, and he had knocked his opponent out, but the guy that was keeping him captive was like, no, to the death. So homeboy was like, I'm sorry, and he kept whacking him, and then he kept saying, I'm sorry, like to this guy who's already unconscious. And me and James were like, well, probably could have just strangled him. He would have been dead, and you wouldn't have to keep whacking and saying, I'm sorry.
You bash somebody. If he's already unconscious, he ain't feeling this place.
Yeah, but the only reason why this particular character had to kill him is just so that he can secure himself. But it was just like, if the intent was just to do it to the death, I wouldn't just keep bashing this, killing your energy. Plus, it was just taking out his unconscious.
But he didn't put him in that dope fiend chokehold. Just that oxygen.
We do not condone murdering here.
We do not. Unless it's, it's Devin.
Wow. That was...
Oh, hi, Devin.
I see you hear this. I'm snitching now. You hear this? I actually, I have always done nothing but love and admire James.
Whoa.
For the longest.
You realize I had some things recorded that you said.
You shut your black ass. So
clearly proving your point right there.
That's how it be. That's how parents shot their kids.
But I also felt like there was some corny dialogue in this movie too.
It was some unnecessary. Because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of the conversation he had with Grandma, really, I really feel like it wasn't necessary.
What do you mean?
I feel like they could have just got straight to the point. Hey, look, you here. Mm-hmm. We had to go through the whole thing with the plants. And the plants being able to know that this dude ain't supposed to be here, so they gonna trap him and all this other great stuff. I didn't think that was necessary.
I mean, I thought it was actually pretty cool.
It was cool. Mm-hmm. It was cool. I didn't think it was necessary. Mm-hmm. I didn't think she had to kiss him in the mouth.
Mm-hmm. I think it was just to make, it was part of her character that just how weird she was and kind of like F the rules at that point. She's like, I don't care if you got a wife or whatever. I'm gonna kiss you because that's what I want to do. You've invaded my space.
It was unnecessary. It was unnecessary. It was disturbing. I'm like, go sit your old.
She trying to get her swerve on Tom Cruise in her greenhouse.
I feel like that was unnecessary. I feel like okay, the conversation between Tom Cruise and the setup killer of his son, that was very necessary because it brought to light what was really happening.
Speaking of which, I feel like a better way to set up that, especially we looking at how would it be possible for him to predict the murder of someone he didn't know? If let's say he see then you might as well go report that. If he would see a foul pointing in that direction.
To investigate this person might have taken.
I feel like that would have make more sense of how the big cops would have predicted.
How can you be this top-notch detective when you couldn't figure out who stole your boy?
Now, okay, with that same ideology, imagine how shitty he probably felt because he is a top-notch detective and he couldn't find out.
And he should.
I mean, in this instance, it could have been a random occurrence. There is a part of me that kind of hoped, with all things being, connected, that that was a setup from the start, and his son was living.
I did. That the movie did
kind of lean that way.
It didn't lean that way, and then when it did come out, that was a good misdirection. I just knew it was going to lead to some understanding of what happened to his son. We still don't know.
Right? Yeah. To this day, we don't know.
So. I can be something necessary because I didn't understand why the wife was talking to the geezer.
She had a thought. I think that was hinted at from this there about this being further up the chain as far as how he got set up. But I don't think she initially went in thinking it was him until he had said something that she didn't say.
Right, it is true.
So, of course, because for her perception, not being with Tom Cruise's character anymore, the last thing she remembers is they have their relationship. So, of course, he's still in this kind of cloud of no one was suspecting a man, why, what would he do something like that? And then he kind of gave himself a.
My thing is, I didn't understand why he was staying on the force. He was retiring, but I didn't see the need is stay on. John Tom Cruise character is now, locked up. I guess I gotta stay and run this thing.
I can kind of see it. I see it. I see it.
I feel like the main thing is for him to just stay to get the glory. I don't think there's a real plan.
And that was it.
But he was looking the glory because he's the
It has.
The head and founder of it, like regardless, like regardless, it's still be
Change. Everybody wants the unprotected, no kind of feeling. Yeah, I mean, he was safe and wrapped up and secure, behind his Trojan of defense. But it's like everybody wants to feel what it feels like. You see, when you run up in something that you don't understand, unprotected, you see what happened. You get caught bullet in the stomach. Yeah, he called STD called death.
The STD called death.
Bang,
uncurable.
Terminal, apparently.
Undefeated. And so, I get it because it's like power.
Mm-hmm.
Power. It leads to that theory that is like, that's why that system couldn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Because people wanted to control power. Because it's like, for real, the rest of the force didn't matter. It was the Vienna sausages that like made everything happen.
And then as they learned that the female is the stronger and the balancing force when it came to the other male.
Which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That made perfect sense. Yeah. I'm glad they did that. Because that would have been made the female the stronger.
Yeah, I mean, that's good.
Because I don't make the best decisions in real life, but
shots fired.
That's for another podcast. But no, I appreciate that because it's like, just as a appreciation, because being on this podcast, I look at cinema so like in a deeper facet or fashion, I should say. So I need them to be able to replicate, or to give off like deeper dimension of reality. And the thing is like she needed to be the stronger because it's like honestly, it's like the woman is origin. I mean, we all know how the sex works and how procreation works. You know what I'm saying? You shoot the worms out. Shoot the worms out testicles. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, shoot the what?
The little white worms out testicles.
That's not.
I'm trying to keep it. Yeah, I'm trying so hard. It's no pun intended, but it's
that's what she said.
There's a whole lot of maturity.
I'm stunned right now. I'm stunned.
Out the window a long time
ago. So the worm, tadpoles, swimmers, all PG words. But no. We're going to go with worms coming out.
Worms is a very PG word.
If you or anyone you love have worms coming out of your testicles, you need to see a doctor.
Yes, right now.
If you had tadpoles coming out your testicles, don't you think you need to see a doctor as well?
That is more accurate description.
But no.
It's a bulb with a little tail, wiggly woo. No, we're not gonna.
And it's gonna ribbit. And it's like,
and all of a sudden, this came in story of Buzz and the Bees.
We're here to educate.
And that doesn't make sense. Birds and bees is like,
I would love to hear someone just explain to me what the birds and bees like story is.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Because birds aren't mammals, and neither are bees.
And you never seen a bee bird, a birdie bee.
I don't think the story goes they go together.
But that's the thing, though. It's like, but it is.
Like all I get is bees pollinating.
I can dig bees pollinating, and I guess birds fly away once the eggs is there in the nest.
They don't fly away; they take care of the bird.
The mama bird does.
She doesn't fly away. That's why she's predatory.
But the daddy bird's gone. Don't you laugh at me, Jackie.
Boy, oh boy.
That's what the lots.
How did it get here?
Because think about it, every time you see the birds in the cartoon, right? We're going to get back to the book. But every time you see the birds in the cartoon, you always see the mama bird. You don't see no daddy bird.
It's true. I got a beef against male ducks because they usually leave the mama duck.
Hey, so I guess that's where the birds and bees come in handy.
So other words, no, I can see that.
You know what? I Googled it because I've always wanted to know the phrase "the birds and the bees" is a metaphor for explaining the mechanics of reproduction to younger children. Relying on imagery of the bees pollinating and eggs hatching to substitute the more technical explanation of sexual intercourse.
That makes no damn sense.
And doesn't bring anything home So what does that have to do with the fact it's like, well, anyways, I'm sure there's way more questions.
I mean, procreation in animals, because you can be hung like a horse, everybody love doggy style.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's another way you could go about it.
It is another way you can go about it, but that's the way they chose to.
I never got the birds and bees talk.
I never got the bird. I just got told, don't bring no baby home.
Yeah, pretty much. Or I got use protection. That was my sex ed talk. Use protection. I can't what?
Yeah, you know.
My dumb self, I'm 9 years old, like, shield and sword.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Stop away. Look like this. My mom told me to use protection.
So I stay trapped.
It's just
like, whoa.
Oh my God. Can you imagine that? You know what I'm saying?
I like you, but we gonna use protection. All right. Pulls out gun. Oh.
So you trying that frisky and say that's so for your head.
There's some dads that's like, okay, yeah, I can support that.
I can definitely support that. Hey, D-Kiss, you triggers.
Click. You know.
Like, what happened last night? Well, I thought we'd get some, but she put her gun on me.
Just a generation of traumatized boys. Well, everything was going well. We kissed, and the next thing I knew, she had a gun to my head. I just want to go home.
I just want some cold work. I just want some cold work.
Reciprocation. I thought she'd be a condom.
Oh, man. And here they are. They're like, oh, I got protection. He pulling out the condom. She got the gun out. Everybody's a little confused. She's like, what's with the candy wrapper? Like, that's not what that is.
Man, listen, I like this.
How we get here?
Hey, look, I don't know, but look, that Albuquerque ended up being right. I could dig it. We just came up with a skit.
Oh my
using protection.
Education right there.
Oh man. Anyways, I forget where we was.
We were talking about the inconsistencies of the movie, and we're on unnecessary dialogue. You know what I mean? Or I guess like the things that kind of make you question.
I think the biggest one for me is you do kind of feel like what did happen to the boy? Like if this is the driving, force for Tom Cruise has brought him to drugs, lost his wife, and
that would have been a nice part too.
That would have just been a nice somewhere to pepper in, like get some kind of closure.
Because homegirl, the girl being assassin, she was telling them about the son though, right? When it was in the
So she had explained
that he was okay.
No, she was telling him to kind of picture what it is that he desired. Like, or she can see a variation of his future. Like his future of him growing up and being in high school, going to college and having a wife. But she also ends it with, he's still just a 8-year-old little boy because that's where his life is. I think what she was providing them was kind of like an emotional relief that we never leave. We just go and exist on another plane. And that's all that she's able to really access is this other plane, this other reality. It can either be reality, which is resulting in the crime or the murder, or it's an alternative to the
I can do that.
Yeah. Boom. Philosophical. Brought to you. So I think that's nice. They tried that with closure. I'm happy that they never made a second because I feel like you can only go so far now that aspect of the story has been done, unless you did like a
There's a TV series.
For Minority Report?
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, is that the one that had Megan Good in it?
I can't say yeah or nay. I never seen it. As I was pulling information up, I saw TV series.
I played a video game.
With the video game?
Yeah. Well, on the original Xbox.
I didn't know you play game. don't think he did too well.
He had one season. So.
Yep, did do too well.
And it was made 13 years after.
Definitely, it's giving me a sad eye.
Yeah, it just ain't a sad eye. I don't play games. I live this life. I'm about this life. Game.
Have you stupid?
Foolishness brought to you by Big Dev from the group homepage.
All day, every day.
Yeah, I just realized I didn't introduce everybody today.
That's
We
all.
will introduce each other at the end. I introduce myself, she introduced herself, and I introduce you.
Well, at the end, I don't think it'll be a need to introduce.
Well, we still need, people need to know who we is.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho. H to the O. Can you just drop the music at that part? That would be perfect.
They could probably try,
See, look, James got my back in this.
Of course he does.
probably
You're giving me the same guy in Federation right now, and I don't appreciate
I'll
that.
probably
Because y'all ain't cahoots.
How are we cahoots, man?
Yes, how? You don't get the answer.
Y'all hating on the group home. Y'all hating on the group home.
We live
You don't
in
get
the
the
group home.
answer, Devin.
How can I hate on it?
But how y'all live in the group home? I am the group
You
home.
don't get the answers, Devin. You don't get the answers.
You ain't gonna slay me. You know that shit.
You don't get the answers.
I was shot the hell out of Kanye. Who the hell you yelling at on my show? So the part that would have been the last thing. The thing would have went to a commercial break so fast.
The commercial real quick.
God, Devin, why you standing there? No, don't hold me back. Don't hold me. Y'all hold me back. So say it again, Kanye. You don't have it.
Yep.
I don't have it what? Because you ain't got no damn teeth. Now let's try this again.
He put the diamonds in his mouth.
Right.
We don't like interview on Big Dead because he's violent. He want to throw hands up.
Stay ready, so you gotta get ready. Lord have mercy.
The group home special.
Yeah, what you said? Group home hero or something like
Group
that.
home hero. Short bus ambassador.
Ambassador.
Yes, he finally smacked Kanye.
But somebody been needed to do it.
Okay.
He need one. President Tang need one.
President Tate.
Who else? The director and producer of the Titanic, they just need to be shot in the head.
Shot in the head.
You know what I'm saying? Up close too.
No question.
Yeah.
You like Avatar?
Did you know the Titanic too?
Yeah. And it sank just like the first one did.
There was?
Yeah.
You know, I love movies learning stuff.
But you know, in history, there were two Titanics. They built a second Titanic. And it sank.
2010
Yes.
Titanic 2 came out.
Yes. It sank. But yes, I do like Avatar.
Bro, you know the guy that made Titanic made Avatar.
You see, you learn your lesson afterwards. you see, you know, it's like the Avatar had a lot of redemption behind it. You know what I'm saying? But you can't escape that.
You know what else he made?
Who?
Terminator. There's an Avatar too? Oh, dude, it comes out next year. He made Alita, that movie you want to see. Alien.
Hold on.
He produced
So who? What's the director's name?
James Cameron.
So James Cameron, baby. Okay, it's just me and you talking right now. Mano y mano right now. So how in the hell do you make all these other good movies and then your punk ass want to go up there and make the damn Titanic?
Oh, did Star Wars episode 4?
I'd rather you did Battleship if you just want to make a movie that had boats in it.
Battleship was kind of garbage.
It was kind of garbage.
It wasn't kind of garbage. It is garbage.
I mean, Rihanna was in it. She was fine. You know what I mean?
She stayed fine.
Yes.
You know.
I mean, yes.
You know. And shout out to
positive in the movie.
Not my man with the two missing kneecaps. He was an amputee from the kneecap down. He's a real combat hero. He's a double amputee.
I don't remember him.
I never
the black
actually
guy,
seen
the
that.
big diesel black guy that was fighting the alien.
I don't remember.
He's a real soldier in real life, and so
Like, oh, I remember. Matter of fact, I do know what you're talking about.
So shout out to my soldier, but
Like the rest of the movie is kind of blurred to me.
yeah, but y'all gotta take that L for that one.
That whole thing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the capital, the uppercase, not lowercase. You gotta take. You see, but Titanic gotta take a cursive capital on capital L. They gotta take the fancy L. And they gotta take a middle finger for that one. So, Mr. Cameron, you can cut the check because I support you on a lot of your other movies. But that time, I mean, you done made up over the years. Mm-hmm. You gave us so I guess everybody got one back. Jordan didn't win a championship every year, and I get that. Everybody get one. That's your one, but that was a terrible one. And you just did that for the bag, baby. I know that's what it was about.
Did he? I'm sorry for the special.
That's all it was. He was like, hey, I see the zeros on that. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'd have directed it too with the numbers they were probably talking about.
It's still a classic in the romantic comedy world.
I'd have had my
romantic dramas.
My ascotch to match the socks. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have an ascot to match your socks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Can you still ask?
Ooh.
Can you?
So anywho,
say
say everybody gets one.
Everybody get one.
But anyways, how would y'all rate this movie?
On a scale from 1 to 15?
1 to 15.
I gave it $10. $10 really good minute. Don't hurt yourself.
Y'all both y'all.
You see the steam coming from the ears.
I think the greatest crashed.
I give it
Control, Alt, Delete.
Three stars.
I give it 9.
Okay.
Because it was above mediocre.
I have a question. Why did it take you that long to come up with that?
Because I was sitting there being like, okay, I know 750 is the half point.
Right, that's true.
And I'm all like, I feel like 10. It wasn't exactly a 10, but it was above average. So that's why I come.
Very nice.
So I give it $9. It was a decent movie. It was for the time period, and I'm pretty sure when it came out, it was very innovative.
Right.
Sure. The concept was great.
Yeah.
I feel like they drug some things out that they didn't need to. I do feel like the action was pretty decent. A lot of stuff was unexplainable, and they just kind of moved on. Some of the transitions were choppy from one segment of the story to it was like very just. The transition wasn't exactly great. It was okay. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the greatest. The flow of the movie was it wasn't what I would like just to say, but I feel like it was an okay movie. I would have definitely been mad if I would have paid for snacks to see the movie. So yeah,
Well, I'm gonna give it 850.
Because you just a grand hater.
Says a guy who gave it a 9.
It's better than 850.
So like, I feel like there was like some kind of plot holes as discussed. Like, I feel like it was just an okay movie. It was enjoyable. I did honestly had a kind of forced myself towards the end to finish the movie. It did start a little slow. It was like some of the dialogue was kind of generic, and I get what scene. I think it was the guy, not knowing how he played it or how it wrote, but the guy at the who owned the
the vision shop.
Yes, like so I feel like his his dialogue is actually kind of over the top a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of pulled me out, but not.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think that probably plays a lot to the time period that it came out. It probably seemed more, striking and exciting and different and new than now. I mean, that one came out 2002.
Yeah.
So, 18 years ago, we've definitely developed what we expect then. So I can understand.
And then plus, I feel like the action scene was as integrative.
For the time, for the futuristic time period that the movie was set.
For any time period.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with you.
Especially like you have Tom Cruise and Colin Farrell. I was expecting something a little more.
They're both pretty seasoned action actors.
At the time, that was at Colin Farrell's peak.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I would love to see more of him today, but I know that what he did was fantastic.
It doesn't sound like big deal time.
Oh yeah.
It was a Harry Potter
base movie
prequel series. Yeah, he played one of the guys, but the plot twist is he chose Johnny Depp. I was about folks like,
yeah, that was weird. I mean, but I love Johnny. Yeah, Johnny was like ultimately like the villain. And I have some about it. And they got him like blonde hair and blue eyes. But for whatever reason, Colin Farrell's character, he's the lead investigator of the weird stuff in that film. Anyway.
Yeah, I just feel like they could have done a better with the choreographic fight scene and how they shot it. This is like, I feel like the action scene was kind of like this.
Like you're hoping for more.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's gonna be in the new Batman.
But
who's playing Batman?
Robert Pattinson.
Excuse me? Wait a minute. Robert Pattinson, from Twilight?
Which one?
Edward.
He's supposed to be Batman.
How the hell? Hold on.
We've really fallen.
Hold on.
He actually is a pretty good actor.
I give you that. But Batman. I need somebody that whoops some ass.
And looks like.
And he sparkles in the way they like him.
See, to his defense, he is a much better actor than what he's been portrayed as Twilight. He has done a lot of other projects to get away from Twilight, which is a series that he actually
didn't want to be part of.
Didn't want to be part of.
Better take that check.
Yeah, he did. And then Lenny Kravitz's daughter is going to be Catwoman.
I mean, I could do that.
And then Paul Dano's going to be the Riddler. Curious to see how that comes together. Got a black commissioner Gordon. Colin Farrell's going to be Penguin? What?
I did not know that.
Oh, they tripped. Colin Farrell? Oh, sorry. I'm not trying to burst anybody's bubble. I just, I'm searching the people who are talking and I'm just...
But yeah, so I guess that would do it for today's podcast episode for Minority Reports.
Yeah, you can tell that it wasn't the greatest movie because it was kind of hard to stay on topic. If you listen to other podcasts, it's like on a movie, even if it was like, it got to be superior to say, like, either superiorly good or superiorly ass. Either or. Yeah. With superiorly ass, you can talk trash about something. Some change and some ass.
But like the concept was, I love the concept. I thought it was a pretty good concept.
It was a pretty good concept. I feel like that is one of those movies that probably could be rebooted if you got the right cast. You would definitely get some better writers. Yeah, some better writers. And don't just throw The Rock in it because it's action.
Coming to a theater near you, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Does it even matter what he's doing?
Just because.
Like, I ain't gonna lie. If he rock bottom somebody in a movie, I'm with it.
And the thing is, he's in way better shape than he was as The Rock. So it's just like,
He is.
that's some
He got
fierce
muscles on top of muscles, bro.
Okay. Most of like, I don't know where else to go. Find somewhere. Okay.
That man picks everything up with that.
Everything.
Yeah, I was looking at. I'm looking at the writers for the movie, and it was written by. Well, it was co-written by John Conan, who doesn't. This is like who writes books, and I look at things. This is like his own thing movie wise. He co-written, and by Scott Frank, who wrote. He wrote some. Well, he wrote Logan.
Oh, Logan was dope. But there again though, he had time to develop. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just like a steak, you know what I mean? Everybody think they want medium rare. Probably like more medium well, you know, give a little bit more time, you know what I mean?
He wrote the Double Green, which is a movie that I personally did not really like.
So then one of the writers, Philip Dick, wrote, he was writing in a lot of films that make sense for his style. He did the original Blade Runner, as well as 20s adaptation. So Recall, for next.
That's I like Nicolas Cage.
I can stand it.
Nicolas Cage is like putting cheese on something. He will find himself in any kind of film. Just a little Nicolas Cage in there. Why not?
It's only that I've seen.
It was never just a little.
Yeah, because he was over the top and kick ass.
He's
over the top of everything he does.
I thought he was hilarious.
He was, but until they set him on fire.
Yeah.
They set him on fire and he was over the top.
I don't know if you've ever met Nick Cage. He's always over the top.
Face Off was dope, though.
I can stand Face Off.
Man, listen, because you a hater.
Face Off, National Treasure.
You are.
Here. Ghost Rider.
The bees. The bees. My eyes. My eyes.
No. Ghost Rider.
That was
what?
Face Off. National Treasure's okay, serious.
The only good movie I like was Cage.
What?
With The Rock. With
Sean Connery?
Yeah.
I haven't seen.
Well, I didn't mean that. And I mean, he's on like the cover, like most of his films. Okay. Anywho.
Well, anyways, but that would do it for today's episode. And as always, subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it. Comment down below on your thoughts on the movie, and let us know what movies that you would like to see us view, or any topics you want us to discuss and talk about, debate. You know, just let us know. We're waiting to hear from you.
Yeah, because y'all ain't coming, so I ain't had to skip from the last time. I've been working my skip muscles out just in case. Oh, skip. So tell me who you are.
Yes, so I'm Christina, Top Model Tina on Facebook and Instagram, as well as Tina's Touch on Facebook and Instagram.
And y'all already know who it is.
Nobody.
Social media America, baby. It is your favorite play cousin, aka #podcast play cousin, aka Big Dev Comedy, aka Big Dev from the group home, Norfolk, Virginia, stand up, aka the group home hero, aka the short bus ambassador, and the finder of foolishness himself. If this foolishness, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna discover it with a capital F. You know, it's despite popular beliefs. I got a lot of I got decent grades in school. I was about to lie to y'all.
By decent, you mean season D.
I passed. Look, that's when you know it's bad.
Yeah.
What you get in school? I passed, did that?
That's all.
But what did you get? I passed. That's what I got. I passed.
There you go.
Well, I'll tell you, skin in the teeth, boy. I'm telling you, skin in the teeth. But yeah, if y'all looking for your boy, y'all can find me on Instagram at BigDev_comedy. You can find me on Facebook at Big Dev Comedy, or you can find me by my government name, Devin Roberts. Holla at your muchacho. Holla at your amigo. Holla at your boy.
And you can also find me on the corner.
In these times, man, listen, I got hand sanitizer for sale. What you talking about, baby? I got it, baby. I'll sell you 3 sheets of toilet paper for $1.
Ain't no thing to sell it.
Hey, look, I'm from Norfolk. I'll sell you a sink if you need it.
A sink?
I have somebody try to sell me a sink in Norfolk one time.
Someone tried to sell
The
you a
concrete
sink.
still at the base of the bite, yeah.
Was it mouth white?
No, he was thin. He had that crack strength. You seen that he had that crack strength. Because crackheads got the strength of Hercules. They got the body of a twig, you know what I'm saying? But they got the strength of Hercules.
Lord have mercy.
I saw a crackhead carry a hot water heater on his back. No harness, no hand dolly, no help.
Just
by himself, asking, "Hey, this hot water heater good. You want it back? I sell it to you for $150. First of all,
Yes.
my Negro.
Can you call it too?
If I had a house, that joker would be in my garage right now. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, I promise you, it'll be there. But second, bro, you might want to get out the daylight because somebody looking for your ass right now. Somebody, when they gonna find you, I know if it was my hot water heater, when I find you, I'm gonna deliver something. Goddamn, it's gonna be a first class UPS ass whooping, certified mail. I'm talking about A-grade ass whooping. I'm gonna put my foot so far up your ass every time I wiggle my toes, it's gonna tick your throat. I'm talking about it's gonna be bad.
That got graphic quickly.
But yeah, that's me. And if you're looking for James,
you can find me on Facebook at James Films.
You can find him on Fans Only.
Twitter.
OnlyFans. You got an OnlyFans page. James has an OnlyFans page. He's up there. He got the bikini drawers on, and he got a bag full of peanut butter with dollars on it, baby. Cause that's how he gets down when he strips at the church. DACHURRRCH. You can find him there every Friday. Now, Fat Bitch Friday, baby. You can find him there. You can find him first class, the pole dance extraordinaire. James, it is Friday and every Friday, baby. I'm telling you, we got something for everybody. We got Fat Bitch Fridays. We got Money Making Mondays. We got Tipsy Tuesdays. We got Wet and Wild Wednesdays. We got Thursdays. Of course, we got Fat Bitch Friday. We got Sip Something Saturday, and we got Sanctified Sunday. This is where you can come get your communion.
Yeah, at the strip club.
At the strip club, and then and then we pass it off.
Strip club is the church.
It is a church. It is a church now. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. Just because our choir, they can sing and do a thing for a piece of change at the same time. You see, we trying to save everybody. You know what I'm saying? You get baptized in the pool of Hennessy, baby. You know what I'm saying? You might want to take a sip while you're down there. Just, we put the goggles on you, just take one of them. When you come back, you're going to be a whole new person when you come out of that Hennessy pool, baby. Yeah. I guarantee you.
Everything
I guarantee you. Where the Reverend Pastor out.
Make sure you come back again, and we'll see you next time.
Lord have mercy.
Only that.
You be on a roll, shit.
I'm telling you, we've been talking about the church